Time management and organization was key for me. I struggled with this at first because I had no system, but as I was a full-time co-op student, I learned to write everything down and put everything in my planner.
So when it comes to co-op, I found that I have a lot more free time than when I'm in school, with classes and with clubs and stuff like that. I usually have to balance and juggle a lot of activities, but it's still important when you're in co-op to keep a routine, wake up at the same time each morning and have a regular sleep schedule because being consistent really helps you get in the groove and be comfortable, and you want to be comfortable at work to do your best work.
So I was about a 45-minute drive into work every day, and then I'd go home, get dinner, and relax. And then on my second term, I was actually learning how to cook. So I made sure of really finding something when I wasn't at home that really kept me engaged, because while you're at school, you guys always have something to do on the weekend. You've got friends here. While you're on co-op, you kind of get lost of, do you really want to go outside and try and meet new people? So just kind of stick to either a routine or find something that you really enjoy and try to see if there's a group around like the town where you're living, or meet the other co-ops, see if they're interested in the same thing. Kind of keep yourself engaged, because it's pretty easy to kind of shut down and just get rather monotonous going to work, then back home, work, back home, and that adds up pretty quickly.
Your first year, you're kind of like just getting acclimated. Second year, you want to join a lot. Like I'm involved in a couple different, I'm involved in a sorority, but I'm also involved in a lot of engineering organizations. And it was important for me to kind of set boundaries too of like what I could do. I think that having an understanding especially for like the different engineering organizations, they understand you're on co-op because they're doing, like the same thing. Some people are opposite rotation, some people are on the same ones. So I feel like the understanding there was great. You're able to set those boundaries like, hey, I have to be up super early for work tomorrow, and I can't stay super long at this meeting or this event or whatever else it is. So I feel like developing those boundaries early was super important to me, because I was while it is only 4 months I'm on co-op, it is a job. It is a job, and I'm an employee and I have to be there, and I, just because I'm a college student and whatever doesn't mean that I can, be late or whatever. So I think that for me, developing boundaries within my extracurriculars was really important, and also there's a lot of discipline.
I managed my time in several ways. Making sure that I had timelines on each of my projects, knowing my deadlines for those. I would track it through multiple different things, such as Post-it notes or Microsoft OneNote. All those things are very helpful to me, and I feel like just setting your calendar up and knowing what you need done on what days and how to balance and what you need to work on each day throughout your co-op. Just having a simple to-do list on a sticky note for that specific Monday can really help you go a long way with managing your projects.
I wouldn't say there's anything that I would have done differently my first time co-op, but definitely it's really important to keep a schedule of the meetings that you have, what's going on. A lot of the times, at work, you'll have something there for you, but having your own personal Google Calendar of when you're meeting your manager, when your one-on-ones are, is really important. Also, if it's your first time living on your own, if you're in a new place, in a new state, really just making yourself feel comfortable, getting acquainted, setting specific times to go to sleep and wake up is really helpful.